Hey man, it's a hump day. It's a hump day. I almost dropped you guys. Almost, but that don't count. Man, we're in a great mood today though, for real, you guys. How could you not be in a great mood after viewing this? Like, oh man, it's still storming. That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, we're halfway there. Oh, you got a half day? Oh, lucky you, man. Lucky you. Damn. Hey, what's up, Caitlin? No, even better, Circle K. Circle K, I heard Shafty was hanging out at 7-Elevens looking for villains, so I had to rotate the Circle K, you heard? I heard Shafty was hanging out at 7-Elevens due to villain sightings back in 23. So she finally made her way down there, finally after all these years, you know. So I just rotated away from 7-Eleven altogether. I wouldn't be able to contain myself if I seen a P3DO in the 4K in front of me. Oh, hell to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. And she's still with him, so there's that. There's that. You don't share an address, you know. And I mean, yeah, as a P3DO, and this is for educational purposes, everybody, so don't go reporting your boy. This is for educational purposes. As a P3DO, you must register. And I can go look you up. Because of your red dot status, I can go look you up, homeboy, and I already did. And guess what it says, bruh? It says your address and your status is compliant. So if you're compliant, that means Shafty is not compliant with the safety of her children because she shares an address with you who is compliant with their, registration as a predator. Yeah, we know. So don't you dare come up on this here intro web and make a video about your boy here, cause yeah, you better change that address for real. Why don't you come down to Daytona and have John sightings? I pray for that day. She don't want that pressure. Simply me. Are you out of here? Okay. Yeah, get to your patient for sure. We love first responders. Yo, this neighborhood that my crew is working in, it's called, I'm gonna show y'all because it's no big deal. I don't care about people going real life on me. God is good to me. Look, Sleepy Harbor. And then it's right nestled on this lake. And yeah, that's the view you guys see. I can't get in no trouble. I would have to write myself up at work. I would have to write myself up, you heard? I don't like the way the coffee just stained my teeth this morning. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I would have to write myself up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't find any infractions with any of the things that I'm doing now. So I won't be disciplining myself today, y'all. But we got plenty of daytime left, so just know that. Just know that. There's got to be gators in there, Kaylin. There's got to be gators in there. I try to fire myself. Hey, I never thought about doing that. I just call it quitting, but I guess I could fire myself. I want my severance package. Do I get my severance package if I fire myself? I don't know. I think I might rather quit or resign maybe. I just can't imagine. Hey, you know the same NDA I had to sign when I got hired, when they contracted my services, through my LLC that Boss Liar was so kind to docs. When I started working for this company, doing consultation, and everything that I do for this business, this company here, I didn't understand like taxes and all that. I had no, and this is like, I would say almost 10 years ago. You got to remember, I was just fresh home from prison. I had no clue about what to do with any type of legitimate money, like real money. Like I know exactly what to do with dirty money. I promise you, I know exactly what to do with dirty money. I went to prison for money laundering. So like, I know what to do, but I had no clue what to do with hard-earned legitimate money. And I was just grateful and blessed that somebody showed me, along the way, how to open up an LLC, what to do with my 1099. And it's this time of year is taxes are due today, I do believe. So if you haven't done it, get it done. And if you're on a 1099 like me, man, make sure you save your paperwork, man, because you need them write-offs. I promise you. I promise you. The IRS is going to come and get their money, man, for real. Oh, I was naughty back in the day, yeah. Oh, yeah. I came home from prison in 2017, and I ain't been back since. And there's a reason for that. You see what I'm saying? When you change your life, not only do you like change like your appearance and everything like that, but like when you totally change your life, your actions show that. And the consequences of your actions are no longer bad consequences. They're all good consequences, right? Consequences don't have to be necessarily negative. You can get positive consequences from an outcome of one of your good actions. You can have a positive outcome. So that's what I try to do now. Since I changed my life, I've made sure that every action that I do, and I knowing that there's going to be a opposite reaction, right? I want to make sure that I put out as much good and do positive things. Just be on the right track, And as long as I just consciously know that I made a good decision, I feel like good things will come. That's how I just operate. And learning from and my mistakes, it's just evident. It goes without saying, for real. It goes without saying. I don't even. If I didn't learn from my mistakes, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now. And I learned that real fast coming out of prison. I was blessed to get, I got lucky, and one of my friends, put me onto this company that was hired felons. They were friendly and hiring felons. So, no, I didn't do the live with Lily because we just so busy, and she has stuff going on. But, so no, I didn't do it yet. Everything does happen for a reason, and that's why that's why I never regret anything. I don't regret, because I'm going to tell you why. Even the bad decisions that I made in the past, it still accumulates to what I am now. You know what I mean? And all of it, So, and I like where I'm at. I like who I am. So that means with me accepting who I am and like how much, with that, right? With self-confidence and with integrity, with all that, I you have to love yourself, and once you do that, you accept them things, you accept the flaws, you accept all that stuff, you become accepting. Things become so much easier, for real. I'm not playing, man. My past definitely does. I don't know if it necessarily defines who I am, but it definitely, my past is, my present is a total accumulation of all my past decisions. My current present situation now is a sum total of all my decisions. So when I say that, like, my past won't define me, I guess, but it does have a lot to do with who I am, and I've just tried to make sure that in the last 10 years that I was looking forward, because now 10 years later, I can say that my past is starting to define me because for the past 10 years, I've been doing the right thing. So now my past is starting to define me. Does that make sense to you guys? I don't know. Yeah, Lady Di. Appreciate that. But continuously making the right decision, doing the next right thing, continuously over and over and over again, it becomes a habit, right? And then now that I've been doing that for a good amount of time, I've got 2 years of sobriety, but 10 years of good living, no, for real. I had a good relapse. I call it a good relapse because I went off the rails in 23, and that's what caused me and Margaret to get split up. But since then, I ain't touched no drugs since then, except marijuana. And and that's been almost 2 years. Oh, it's been 2 years. Dang, it's 26. Yeah, it's been 2 years. Holy shit, time flies, y'all. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I mean, that's a good question because 5 years is a long time from now with the way the world is going, to be honest with you. The limit is there's no limit, right, to where I'll be at in the next 5 years, because like where I thought I was going to be at 5 years ago, like 2 years ago when I started this sobriety, right, I said to myself, I just want to get to the next day or whatever, right, just to the next day, one day at a time. But like, now, where I see myself, like I got there much quicker, I got there. So like if you would have asked me that question, 2 years ago, I would have gave you an answer, but like I already fulfilled all of that within that time frame. So like, what I wanted to do in 5 years, just a couple years ago, what I wanted to do in 5 years is way different already because it's always changing. I accomplish my goals so fast sometimes that, they have to change up. So now I'm ahead, asking me like what I'm going to do in 5 years, that's a tough question, to be honest. But I know what my next goal is. My next goal is to buy a house. That's my next goal. There's several small, like incremental goals along the way. But that's my next big goal. My first one was to buy my Mercedes. I wanted to shit on everybody, like no cap. That's why I bought that damn car, because my ego, and I'm paying for it. But that was my first goal. I said 5 years, right? I'm gonna buy this car, put myself in a loan for 5 years. I've had that car almost 2 years, as long as I've been sober almost, and it's already almost paid off. So like way ahead of schedule on that goal. You see what I mean? Because I told myself, I put myself in a 5-year debt trying to pay that. I paid it off in almost 2 years ago. This shit's damn near almost paid off. Damn near. Not yet, but close. So once that's out of the way, then my credit score will go up, and I'll be in a different position financially. And like, they love to see that I paid off that loan in double the time that it was supposed to take me. So that's gonna, hopefully that gives me some type of like leverage. By year 3 of drags on. Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, and I knew that like I have to, my car, I'll be honest with you, like I wouldn't, 5 years is a long time to own a car. That's a long time for me. So like I'm gonna get, I got to get out of it. I'm already like, I love my car, don't get me wrong, but I already want a new one. So there's that. Your credit is in the tank. Yeah, mine's not bad right now. It could be a lot better, but it's whatever. Like I said, that's one of the small incremental goals on the way to my larger goal. Once I get out from underneath, like this debt for my car, then I'll be ready to put myself into another debt. But like, I get anxiety if I'm in too much debt, for real. I can't do it. One day at a time. That's not, I like go week at a time. Week by week, I'm lit. Maybe I would get married and have kids in the future. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Not to say that it'll never happen, but it's highly unlikely. Why? Why? I just don't foresee that happening, you know? First of all, like, I'm not dating anybody, and, like, I would be careful not to allow that to happen, almost, like, you know what I mean? If that were to happen, it would have to be, I don't want to say a mistake, because bringing life, that's never a mistake. It's meant to happen if it's meant to happen. But, like, it wouldn't be planned, you know what I mean? Like, if that were to happen, it wouldn't be planned. It'd be outside of, like, my 5-year thing that we just talked about, like, you know, so, like, you know. But, hey, you know, you never know. You never know, man. You drive better if you have good credit. Who said that? Stop playing. I know I got a shopping addiction too. But yeah, saying I can't, one day at a time, I mean, yeah, that was good for me, like, you know, but I'm looking at, I'm week to week right now, unfortunately. It's still slow season though. Like, financially speaking, I'm living paycheck to paycheck right now. Kinda, but I mean, still, it's not, once the season picks up though, it's about to go down, son. Insurance rates go by your credit score. I got full coverage, and, like, I pay out the ass for insurance anyways. All of us are, yeah. I need a haircut though, for real. All right, y'all, can someone come cut my hair? You'll cut it all off? Listen, I don't know if I could do it, man. My head is shaped funny, you heard? I got a funny shaped skull, man. I don't know if I could do it. Hey, I don't know if I could do it. Sugar skulls. I like my hair, man. I'm Italian. We got, you know, we got thick hair, for real. Y'all start calling me Charlie Brown and shit, like Tracy just said. Hey, yo, I wish we could get somebody to go over to Gabby's side and be like, listen, we'll give you $500, Gabby, if you shave your head bald with a Bic razor. I would pay Gabby to do that. I would do that. I would love to see that. I think she would do it. I think she would go for it. She's that greedy, y'all. She is that money hungry that she would disfigure her womanly hair for money. I say we send Psycho Bunny over there. Psycho Bunny loves to give money away, y'all. Send Psycho Bunny over there and tell her, listen, we got $500 for you to shave your head with a Bic razor. Her womanly hair. Womanly locks, you know? You can't, listen, women have long hair, right? It's just the way society has bred us. This is what it is. You know, yes, some women have short hair, but when you think of woman, you think long hair. You know, and yes, some women do have short hair. Don't, you know, get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on women with short hair or anything like that, so don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is this. When you think of woman, you think long hair. So that's why I said that. Yeah. PB got stacks, bro. PB broke, man. No cap. If PB's husband has just a half a job, you know? See, two incomes is that's what you almost need, you know? And so PB's husband doing all the work. Yeah, he's doing all the work, and she's just spending all her little money that she gets from doing DoorDash or whatever the fuck, you know? She'd do her little DoorDash or whatever and spend all her money on weirdos on the internet. More power to you, man. More power to you. Listen, you want to give your money away, and that's how you, like, you can purchase. I guess you're trying to purchase, like, self-confidence. I don't know. She's trying to, like, purchase something with that, though. When she gives you money, there's a string on it. Just know that. She's so transactional. I can't stand it. I'm always in trouble, man. What do you mean? You're going to cut your hair today? Bro. I don't want to get you in trouble, Sugar Skulls. My bad. Look at that view, man. I just been playing. Hold on one second, guys. My bad, y'all. That is, dang, I just catching up on the chat. What am I up to today? I am at work. Just got my guys on a large project right now, so they're kind of doing their thing. I'm just right now waiting on lead generators to send me leads and hanging out with you guys. Don't cut your hair off. What? No, what are y'all talking about in here? Hold on. Don't cut your hair off. You can thin it up. I'm just speaking from a man's point of view. I'm just saying, just a couple of inches. We love women with long hair, for real. I don't know what it is about long hair and women. It's just attractive. Ugh. I gotta put out the fires. I was worried. Someone from the job site was texting me. I was worried for a second, but under control. Under control, y'all. You'll know. Yeah, I know. If you got thick hair, I know that y'all need to. I know about thick hair. I know about thick hair. Trust. Look, this junk thick. So it does get hot during the summer. And it, you know. But just don't cut it all off. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Damn it, I accidentally vaped on the live. Sorry about that, y'all. Now they gonna do their thing and tell me that. Dang. I always forget, like. I'm about to get this. Hey, I'm about to get my sleeve finished up right here, you guys. Watch what I tell you. I'm about to get all this. I'm about to get all this done. ASAP. Accused of sniff, man. They already did that. They already did that, y'all. They already did that. They accused me of that last week. They need to come up with something new this week, for real. Oh, man. I don't even, hey, what's up, that girl, Kim? I don't even pay that no mind, for real. How can, yeah, that shit, I don't even entertain that. Yeah. We hold all the bottles and we doing all the snorting. Nah. I tell you, man, it's so crazy to me too, because you know what I've noticed? Every time villain slam dunk somebody, right, they go right over to the Marg Hater Club. Okay? Now, I can speak from experience here, right? I can, because me and Margaret split up and I was fucking high off my rocker, and like I was doing all that like with them, right? I was, and it was very embarrassing. So I can't imagine how they actually feel right now over there at the Marg Hater Club. Like, I can only imagine, because I know I was like just heavily embarrassed. It was a terrible time in my life. But they're sitting over there right now, probably recording my live, coming up with ways to assassinate my character, assassinate Villain's character. And the amount of energy that they're putting